Welcome back, Magic Family. It is Friday here at the Hearth's Edge. I am Nina Diedrich, the Magic Mom, for those of you who do not know. And, well, this is episode 24, thank you, husband, of our 365 days of magical motivation for 2025. So we've almost done our first full month here, guys. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I think we're going to make it stick. Although we may fluctuate on times and whatnot. And I will be also putting out extra videos here soon. I'm just still trying to get everything kind of less chaotic. You know, when you're building a house, it's a little chaotic. and we are still deep in that. I know this little section looks really awesome, but it's really not that finished. Hey Taylor, it's good to see you. So, big deep breaths, everyone. Lots of big planetary movements going on, lots of big parades in the sky. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there was like 6 planets in a row. I don't know if you'll be able to see it still. It was pretty cool. That is one thing we are really loving about being here is there is like no light pollution where we are, so we can see everything. We're going to do a little storyboarding session tonight. I haven't done one of those in a while. We're going to mainly focus on the Soul Coaching deck by Denise Linn, but I am also going to do some quick collective-ish cards. We're going to use the Daily Awareness deck. These are by Witch Casket, and the Spiritual AF deck because, well, I just freaking love this deck. And these are by knockknockstuff.com. They have actually quite a few decks. I have some of them. I would like to get the rest of them, though. So, if anybody wants to buy me something, just saying. So I think we're going to start with our Daily Awareness deck. Let's get a little check-in as we are getting ready to head into this weekend, because I feel like some really, really big stuff is going to start happening. It's just been kind of weird. This whole year has been weird. In a good way, mostly. But weird. Are any of you feeling that too? Or is it just me? Why do I have cards in here that are backwards? I'm going to fix that. Hold on. Hang on. Maybe I should have paid attention to those. Why are my cards all weird? Sorry, that rarely happens. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay. Let's try that again. In limbo. Roommate change in May. Oh. Tea. I need the tea, Tay. You need to call me soon anyways. I love you. I know, I should call you too. That's why we're such good friends. We're both crappy communicators. I'm just kidding. All right, for those of you who are also tuning in new, I'm sorry, we do have a subscriber-only chat. I do it because, well, I had a lot of creeps popping in, and it was kind of gross, and I just don't want to see that. So that is what's going on. If you would like to participate, though, in our chat and not be a creep, you can subscribe. 20 minutes is usually what it takes. So even though you may not be able to participate tonight fully, depending on how long I'm live, I don't know, we might be live a little bit longer tonight because I'm going to do a storyboard session. So those take a little bit of time. It's been a bit since I've done one, so. But that's why. Just so you know, that is what's going on there. I think I'm going to actually start with the Spiritual AF deck today, though. We are going to just draw out like we usually do. I'm going to try and get to... Oh, hold on, back here too. That one, okay. All right. Oh. We're over 2 minutes, right? Okay, good. Profanity. I have to do a check because if you say anything that YouTube doesn't like in the first 2 minutes, then they hijack your algorithm and it gets, you know, it's just a shit show. All right, so when you are wrong, admit it. And when you are right, be quiet. Just say yes to fessing up or shutting up as the situation warrants. And you'll be all around way more likable to everyone, including yourself. If you need to, keep a list of all the times you were abso-fucking-lutely right. And just be sure you burn it before you die so you don't ruin the illusion for everyone else. Probably a good call. But yeah, seriously, that has kind of been the case lately. There's a lot of things that are going to be cropping up, and people may have called you a woo-woo foil hat wearing fool, but it is what it is, right? And that is also happening a lot with spirituality and things like that. But don't be an ungrateful shit, okay? Because seriously, if you're reading this cards, you're privileged as fuck. Because you can read, for one, and reading is super fucking fantastic. Think about how many generations of people didn't get to read. Fuck yeah, we're not completely fucked. We know how to read. And because we know how to read, we know how to learn, which means we know how to grow. And that's what we're doing here. Motivation 101. Don't be a douche. That's one. And don't be an ungrateful shit is two. Nice. Like it. We're starting off well for this Friday. Ooh. Oh, that one hopped and then landed back in the pile. So we're going to take two out of this deck. I don't know if you caught that or not. First, we're going to do the hopper. So, sounds and silence is our first awareness. And it is asking us to tune into the sounds around us. Notice the wind rustling. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. I'm sorry. Notice the wind rustling the leaves in the trees, the traffic noises out on the street, doors closing, dogs barking, and be present as you go through your day. And tune into not only the noises, but the silent spaces in between. In fact, tune mostly into those silent spaces in between, because that's where you're going to hear your own still small voice inside of you. You know, the one that usually tells you that you're right. That one. And Drink Mindfully is coming up, so I don't know which one of you guys have been, let's see. Oh, okay. So this is about a sensory thing. I went down the rabbit hole of drunkenness, but that's not the case here. So, take the time when you drink today to do so mindfully and really notice the temperature of the liquid, the flavor, and how it makes your body feel as you consume it. This practice ensures that you quiet, that is not a word, that you quiet your busy thoughts several times each day and just be. So this is just asking us to call in more mindful moments in our day, which is also what the sounds and silence card is asking us to. I'm almost kind of getting a message right now that there may be some bullshit going on. I'm sensing some tea here that's kind of trying to come out. Normally I don't have that happen. So, but you were really right about something. And the universe is really asking you not to be the I told you so, is the added message that I'm hearing as far as that goes. Now, let's get into our storyboard, huh? So that was a very specific message. I'm not sure who needed to hear that, but hopefully you showed up, or you will show up at some point and get that message. Now let's move on to the collective. Oh my gosh. All right, we got 3 to start. I haven't decided if I'm going to go through the books yet, but we're definitely going to do the affirmations, and we'll make a collection of the affirmations and go through them together. So first, we get the communication card. So again, You may be really right about something, but you don't have to say, I told you so. Instead, you can just move on because they already know, well, you told them so. Because, well, we all need a little bit more love in our life and a little bit less, I told you so. So maybe you can throw a little bit of humor on it. And maybe it won't be so bad. So let's see what our first affirmation is. Love it. All right. So you are going to communicate from your heart, and love surrounds and protects you because you're wonderful and you receive and give love today and always. Because, well, your joy is the greatest gift that you can give to others. Nice. That's a good message for the first one. Okay, so communicate with love and playfulness, especially those times when you really want to say, I told you so. Oh. And there's our next group. Boy, they're really hopping tonight. Ooh, this is a big one. Okay, so we got 5 with our second option. This is not really a pick-a-pile, but I feel like these are coming out separately. They're not a completely continuous message. So that's the joy of storyboarding. All right. We are starting with the adventure card. So I'm sensing a really, really big switch coming up for some people. There's some really big dreams that may be getting ready to come to fruition. It is coming out with the awakening card, the energy card, and truth and strength. All right. So I am more getting, not that this is an awakening that's going to be occurring, but something that has already occurred. So you're now moving into the action phase of whatever it is that this goal was. That's where you're going to be now focusing all of your energy. You've cleaned up the rest of the garbage around you to make room for this thing. But it's really asking you to be really fucking solid about what it is that you want and who you want to become because of that. And it's going to require monumental amounts of probably hard work, physically and mentally. But it's probably going to be the biggest adventure of your entire life. So the message I'm getting for that is it's definitely a go. So if there is something that you have been waiting to move on, you're definitely getting a green light. All right. So let's get the affirmation for that section. And, oh, this is good. Oh, here, I should have done this to begin. I'll do it at the end. So our second message, the affirmation or the reminder to you, depending, says, wonderful new experiences fill my life because I'm joyously awake and aware and ready for anything. Healing energy and immense vitality flow through me easily and effortlessly. I live my truth because I have deep inner strength and glorious vitality. I do also am getting a second message too about how this might be something that you're getting into because of something that might be health-wise. Maybe you just want to be in a healthier state, or maybe you're actually being pushed to do something because of some obstacle that has been dropped in your way, i.e. diabetes or a heart condition or something like that that's forcing you to switch your path a little bit. But it doesn't have to be all doom and gloom. It can be adventure and new experiences, okay? But it is what you choose, all right? Oh, that's a good one. Thank you. I was in the middle of making a coffee and realized I needed to go live, so the husband finished it for me. After a lifetime of dumping all my energy into everyone around me, and not ever getting back a fraction of it, it's really nice to be in a good, healthy relationship where they actually want to take care of you too. All right, let's get our third message. Oh, it's almost there. That's it. All right, and we got 3 for our last message. We get the abundance card. Ooh, I love it when this one comes out. Followed by silence. There's silence again. And compassion. I like that. Okay. So, a lot of you who have been with me for a long time are going to be able to recite this with me word for word. But remember, all your wants and needs are met above and beyond your greatest expectation, right? Facts. You are meeting more compassion in your life, but I feel like it's more towards yourself. This is not compassion that you're feeling for other people. This is you refocusing your energy towards yourself. And this is why the silence card is coming out with this, I am pretty sure. So, your reminder, those of you who chose the last message, all your wants and needs are met above and beyond your greatest expectations. Because the vibration of your compassion shines through your every cell. You're serene, no matter what is occurring around you, right? So we create our realities by our reaction to the things that are going on around us. The exact same thing could happen to 10 different people, and there will be 10 different reactions to it. Are there shitty situations? Abso-fucking-lutely. But it's a hell of a lot harder to convince everybody that your dumpster fire is really glitters and rainbows, and you're not going to be able to convince yourself of that anymore. You've gotten to a point now where the only way to accept and receive this abundance that's coming in is by ditching the baggage. Mentally and physically, even. That's a pretty strong message coming through right now. But it's one of love, you know. So don't beat yourself up about it too much if you've gotten yourself into a situation where you're blocking your own abundance. We all do it at some point or another. I am not immune from this myself. But if we can just remind ourselves, and maybe that's why it came out, that everything is always working out for us, especially when it looks like it's not. It makes it a little bit easier to move back into a state where you are vibrating on a level to be able to receive the abundance instead of the bullshit. So, find that still small voice inside of yourself and listen to its compassionate words instead of the mind fuckery that is coming out of your brain, because that is not reality, right? All right, as a recap, we are not going to be ungrateful shits, and we are not going to be douchebags even though we're right, and all we want to do is say, I told you so. Right? We're going to explore our senses a little bit more so that we can get more in touch with the sounds and also the silence that is in our lives. And if you chose our first message, you got communication, but we need to do it maybe with a little bit of humor and a whole lot of love, especially if it's directed at yourself. All right. The big message was for those of you who chose pile number 3, because you are definitely awakening to your newest adventure. That's where you're going to put all of your energy coming up, because the truth is you are strong enough to do it, whatever it is. And if you had the third message, be compassionate. And also find the silence in yourself as well, because that is going to be the unlocking of your abundance. All right, that's how you're going to get back in the flow. So, my friends, thank you as always for joining me here. Remember, favor follows you wherever you go, as does our love. Be good. Be good at it. And I'll see you all again tomorrow night at 9 p.m. when we do this all again. I mean it. Be good. And I'll see you tomorrow. Do something fun. I want to hear all about it. Okay? And don't forget to subscribe so you can participate in our chat tomorrow. Bye now.